Hi guys, it's Kari. How are you all? Welcome back to another K-drama corner where I talk about a K-drama series that I've been watching recently. Now, I've decided that this drama corner can feature series that are currently airing, like Dr. Slump, which I recently released my first impressions vlog for, and also for series that I may have missed or fallen through the cracks in the last couple of years. In that sense, I want to kind of create a K-drama throwback vlog. So if you guys have favorite K-dramas that you want to share with me or you want me to watch, leave them in the comments below and I will try to get through all of them and also leave my response in a vlog. Today we're going to be talking about a drama that released in 2021 called Startup. Startup is a drama that stars Bae Suji, Nam Joo-hyuk, Kim Sun-ho, and Kang Ha-na. Those are the four main characters that we see in the Startup story. Startup is a series that takes place in the fictional Silicon Valley of South Korea, which they have conveniently placed in Seoul. And it follows four people that have really different backgrounds in business, investments, technology, and programming. And it shows how they slowly develop their careers in the startup world. As you probably already know, the startup world is dog eat dog. It's very risky. A lot of ventures don't tend to get investments every round, and things tend to fall through really easily. So those are the sort of hurdles that these four characters have to go through. And of course, because it's a K-drama, there is a romantic element to it. There is a main couple, and then there is a love triangle. So in this story, Suji plays Sodarmi, which is a really humble, lovely girl next door kind of character. Because of her family circumstances, she doesn't end up going to university and she just lives with her grandma who sells corn dogs in a store as she grows up. And Tarmi's shining trait is that she's a hard worker and she never gives up. So even though she's really innocent at the beginning of the series, she ends up becoming a very competent and skilled individual by the end of the series. Our second character, played by Nam Joo-hyuk, is called Nam Do-san. Nam Do-san is the founder of this really little tech company with him and his two friends. He was a mathematics champion when he was a kid, so everyone told him he was always set for really great things. However, when he grew up, he ended up as a programmer who just couldn't really get his life anywhere. He didn't really have the motivation for really great things. So we're gonna see him push himself outside of his comfort zone. The third character, played by Kim Sun-ho, is called Han Ji-pyong, and in the whole series, I would say that Ji-pyong was my favorite character. We see him in his childhood times and how he grew up as an orphan, how he struggled to get his life together, and he ends up being a sort of angel in the investment world where any project that he touches ends up getting a lot of attention and sees a generous amount of success compared to investments and projects that he didn't look into. And one of the reasons why I like his character a lot is because he's this sort of really cold, rational, smart businessman type, but actually he keeps a lot of his emotions on the inside. He has a lot of emotions and wants, but he's so fixated on survival that he hasn't allowed himself to be greedy and just live life because he grew up in a really rough way. The third character, played by Kang Ha-na, is Won In-jae or Seo In-jae. She's Seo Darmi's older sister, and she is sort of the main driving reason that Tarmi is trying to succeed. They have this sisterhood rivalry going on and a lot of baggage because their parents divorced when they were younger.
This is also not a spoiler.
I always have to preface that these are not spoilers because most of this is shown at the beginning of the series. What I really liked about this series was that the startup aspect taught me a lot about the world of startups. For example, during the episodes, if there is a really technical term that regular audiences might not know, they will caption it at the bottom. And so it made the startup aspect of the series really educational. Another aspect that I really liked was the diverse amount of relationships that were showcased throughout the characters' lives. There is the grandmother and granddaughter relationship between Tarmi and her harmony. There is the sister-to-sister relationship and rivalry that I mentioned earlier. There is a love triangle, a lot of romance there. There's a sort of like foster relationship between Tarmi's grandmother and also Ji-pyong. work relationships between colleagues and people who are also trying to make it in the startup world. In that sense, the storytelling was quite well-rounded and there were a lot of loose ends that got tied up really nicely. Aside from the way that the relationships were showcased, I felt like the side characters kind of fell short. None of them were really that intriguing to me. My favorite relationship in the entire series was between the Harmony and also Ji-pyong. You get to see their relationship start when Ji-pyong is a teen, and you can see how that moves into adulthood. Another part that I really enjoyed about the series is just watching Taeulmi grow. I did feel like she was really frustrating at the beginning because she was so fixated on her childhood memories. But as you see her conquer hurdle after hurdle, she does become a really attractive character. I didn't really like the main relationship between the two main characters, and I think that was a reason that I was kind of turned off from the show near the end. A lot of people criticized the show for not giving the second lead a very fair chance, and I can kind of see why people would say that. I felt like it was pretty obvious from the start that the two main characters were endgame, so it wasn't really a love triangle. It was more of a main couple and then a pining second male love interest. So anyways, have you guys watched Startup? If you have, let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you haven't but you're interested in a sort of tech-themed drama, this is a good one to give a try. If you don't like getting bogged down in romance, I would steer clear of this one because the romance does become a pretty central and integral part of the storytelling. Thank you for sticking around for another video. If you like this vlog, don't forget to hit like and also subscribe for more content like this, and I will talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Bye!